full city tour of Moosington, which is our kind of, it's a European-inspired kind of growing city that was definitely, like, maybe my inspiration, I guess, would be this was a kind of mountain retreat getaway city, like a tourist city up in the mountains, started small, is now growing into a larger city. Folks have started to move in because guess what? They can work remotely now. So now the city is expanding, probably much faster than it should be. I don't know. That's all. Those are all just thoughts. And I wanted to do something a little different than some of our previous builds. So that's where we started. So the highway actually comes in way out here somewhere, and comes in through here. So our first entry point into the city is this right here. So you can see, I mean, we're still building. It's still expanding. But we have this is all commercial. So we've got a lot of commercial stuff coming in here. Our original part of the build, just to get stuff rolling, our original part of the build is our island over here, which is all chateau housing, which I'm very excited about. It's still all chateausy, which is, I don't know. I really like these chateaus. They're really nice. We built our own cul-de-sacs, which I also like. We've got some parks up in here. So this is all residential. Obviously, in the cul-de-sacs, we have a nice kind of main street with the shopping on it coming through the island. Of course, we had to have a tunnel through the mountain. Why wouldn't you? So we tunneled through the mountain. And then we've got a nice bridge system also that connects everything. And this city is loaded. It's loaded full of trams. So we've got trams kind of running all over. They run across the bridge. So we've got our bridge, which we actually probably should change. It's kind of a lame bridge. We should actually switch it to like a nicer bridge, but we'll do that at some point. So that comes into, obviously, the downtown area. This building's not placed yet, so ignore this guy, because we haven't moved him yet. We've got our downtown core. If you look at the street map view, the downtown core is really just going to be kind of this area right here. That's going to be everywhere else except for this space kind of right in here, the downtown district. Everything else has a high-rise ban on it. So we're going to come in with larger buildings, but not too big buildings here in the downtown area. That's where we're going to head in that direction. So we've been working on trying to create kind of a skyline view where this church is kind of an old Dutch style church. And so we're trying to preserve that view from at least a couple different spaces. You can kind of see as you come in, it's starting to take shape. Like the skyline is starting to take shape as you come into the city. At this building, again, we need to move so that it like fits in. But that's actually probably pretty close, to be honest. We're getting kind of the look of that growing city as you come in. We've got the Arc de Triomphe right here. I love this. Would you look at this? We just put these in with the brand new mod that just dropped in the workshop. Fantastic mod. Yeah. So also we've got kind of what the Arc de Triomphe leads into. I really like this view, actually. Like the mountains, plus you've got right through here. You have. We should probably move this tree, huh? That tree is probably got to get moved. But we have the museum, like the art museum and the cinema. So right in here is kind of our entertainment district, is along the coast here. So we've got a convention center, we've got our stadium, and some of our more art stuff there going on. So that's most of our entertainment buildings are going to be centralized around here. Eventually, we'll grow out into this coastal district that kind of stretches along the coast here. Not quite sure what we're going to do with it yet. Probably some like mixed residential type stuff. Like lower density. Suburbia is going to be all low density housing out here off to the side. And then right here off of the railroad, so this is our so like not non-cargo, what do we call that? Our people railroad? I don't know what those are called. It's a people railroad where the people come in. And obviously our tram station as well centralizes out of here. And so this is kind of where our residential area takes shape. And so this is one of my favorite little jaunts through the kind of, it just feels very European as you come through here. You could take the tram all the way through this road. It's starting to get pretty big, actually. Some of the buildings are growing up and getting bigger. So this is kind of a fun, I don't know. I like this for some reason. Perhaps it's not for everyone. I kind of like the view. And then as you crest around, you're going to get, because all of this is going to be not height restricted, but there's a high-rise ban on everything right in here that's going to get put in. So as you come down that street, you're going to have a nice view of the skyline. Again, this building is the one that needs to get put someplace. But I think that's going to turn out pretty cool as well. We've got our big park. So this is, we've just named it the Park District. It doesn't have a good name yet, but this is our big park. Lots of beautiful trees. And then it's got residential around it, kind of framing the river as well. That was something we did more recently. We changed the, I don't know what to call it, the skin, I guess. We changed our trolleys to look like old school, kind of Parisian style trolleys. So that also looks good. A lot better than the, I think it was like, they were like pink or something like that. They were very loud and I just couldn't quite take it. So what we've been working on is getting kind of the downtown buildings in, getting the skyline formed. And then as we've been doing that, we've been putting in more residential. Oh, this was I couldn't help but use this asset, this like old castle. I'm not sure I fully like where it is. It's kind of just kind of set in here right now. So will we change it? I don't know. I still like it. I think it fits with the build we're going for. This might have been like one of the original, you know, from really long time ago. Maybe this was here. And then we got some nice walking paths, obviously, that are connecting all of that. All of the infrastructure is in, so power, garbage, like hospitals, schools for the most part are all in. The universities over here. So all of that is taken care of currently across the places we're building. Suburbia, once we start expanding into suburbia, we're going to have to put in some additional elementary schools, I think, up in through here and stuff like that. So this needs to be worked on if we're going to expand into it, but we're not there yet, right? We have another couple parks here, hopefully, that are going to get trafficked pretty heavily as people go from suburbia into the kind of commercial area, because this is all commercial in through here. And then we'll have more commercial kind of coming in out here near the entertainment district as well. So, yeah, that is currently the tour. I guess we have a couple other things out here. So this whole off-ramp here is specifically dedicated to where we're going to put any of our like hard industry, our like non-office building industry. So this is our cargo terminal. We've got our kind of incinerators and power stuff going on over here. They've got their own dedicated police and fire stations as well. So eventually we'll zone this industry and have them rolling. And then we also have this monstrosity is a beautiful thing from the workshop. I don't build my intersections anymore because the workshop has got such great stuff on it. So I just downloaded a bunch of these. We did edit this one, so it doesn't look super as pretty as it used to. Just we cut down some of the lanes and stuff, but it also goes into one of our homemade roundabouts. And then comes down into, again, we got our garbage facilities, our incinerators, and some stuff going on over here. That goes across the bridge into and services our island community as well with the chateaus. So that's kind of the full tour right now. That all kind of started from, we just built the roads and then kind of formulated it from there. The island is definitely was where we started. We've got this hill is Dave's Hill. This is Dave's Hill. And we had a mansion up here, but then they abandoned it, so we just put more chateaus on there. We also just put this hill in as well. Well, we put the chateaus on this house, on this island, on this hill as well. These just came in, though. This is the Cozy Wandermoose Park. I can't remember who named it, but it's very beautiful. Yeah, the island is pretty cool. I like that it's like self-sustaining. You can live and work pretty much in here. If you're an industry kind of worker, you're probably gonna have to go out to the industry eventually. And if you're more of an office building type worker, you're probably gonna cross into downtown via the bridge, which is pretty perfect. But right now it's pretty self-contained. It's got everything they need here, minus some industry. But that's fine. We don't want industry on the island, right? So it's pretty beautiful. The skyline is taking shape. Does the island have a Tim's? Not yet. We're going to put a Tim Hortons on the island. And then we also have the illustrious Poo-Poo Point. Poo-Poo Point with sweeping view. So if we come here to the edge of Poo-Poo Point, we can look down on the city. We'll be able to have a nice view of the city. It's quite lovely here at Poo-Poo Point. It's a sweeping view. It's 100% a sweeping view. Some people would even say it's a swiping view or a wiping view. It's possible. Yeah, Cascadia, you've been to the real Poo-Poo Point? It's on my list of things to do now. It's on my list of things to do. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. And then from there, honestly, like this map is so cool. This is the Valhalla map on the workshop. I mean, you could do so many cool things on this map. Like we could create little communities out in here. We can really go wherever we want. We've got a cool lake over here we could do something with. So like the future of this build is like potentially massive. I mean, once we get this part, like the city itself done, like what do we do with the rivers and things and put some other stuff there? It's it could be pretty cool. We could definitely have some fun with other spots once the kind of city center is done, putting in like some communities, communities off and around. Yeah. So yeah, there's your tour. That is a current tour of Moosington. All of that is, what do we make that over the course of just like a couple months here, right? About a month and a half worth of streaming once a week to put that together. We only play cities once a week, but yeah, I feel pretty good about it. It's also our first time ever placing a building. The only mod that I had during my previous build was Traffic Manager, and that was only at the end, and then I picked up Move It as well, and now I'm buried in mods. Yeah.